Hello everyone, so today I've got just the very last bit of my goat's milk and I'm right down to just bits and pieces of different essential oils and fragrance oils and stuff. So I blended a whole bunch of essential oils together and I came up with a really cool scent. Now again, because I'm mixing several things together, I don't know how it's going to turn out. I've never tested this before and I really don't want my goat's milk to go to waste, and so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Now, I set aside some olive oil and I mixed them with mica. I'm thinking this is going to be like a backwoods scent. We'll see. I don't know. I'm going to have to split my batch, which is going to be a very, very small batch anyway, because I've got such a limited amount of everything, but I don't want to waste anything either. So, I've got my water, and again, make sure you observe safety habits, gloves, hats, eye protection, all that great stuff in the world. I'm going to go ahead, dropping stuff. This is why protective clothing is so helpful. Alrighty, that's that. Got the last of my lye in there. Putting this aside in my sink. And go ahead and take my whisk and carefully stir that up. Make sure you keep a distance because all those vapors are toxic. So you want to make sure you are in a well-ventilated area. And I'm not going to use a heat transfer method today because it's going into spring and all my oil is melted already. So I've got that. Alright, that's looking clear enough. You know, I'm going to add my fragrance oil first, because if I do that, then hopefully, or actually my essential oils, if I do that, then all my essential oils won't be concentrated in one spot. It'll kind of be diluted with the oil itself. I'm hoping maybe that will make a little bit of a difference. I'm not going to stir it when I get my lye water in with my blender this time. Because again, I'm going to try and make sure I have all my water weight entirely in here first. Hopefully I can avoid ricing or seizing and all that other crazy stuff. And to keep your lye water solution from splashing, you absolutely can use your spatula and just pour it over your spatula, and that kind of helps keep things a little bit safe for you. Alright, that looks good so far. I'm going to go ahead and add my milk directly in there. So now I've got all my water weight, I've got all my essential oils, I've got everything going. And so far, again, it looks good. Alright, I'm going to take my blender here. Maybe I can avoid some problems just by doing what I just did. And I'm not going to blend it to trace, I'm going to blend it to emulsion because this is really hot and this batch is going to start thickening up very quickly, and it already is. So I'm going to go ahead and split it just like so, I think. Yeah, I think I've got about half in there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and add my brown in this one. Ooh, that turns out pretty. I like that. And I'm going to add my green in this one. I don't know which one's going to be darker. Okay, the green is going to be darker. So I'm going to go ahead and add more green. So I want to have a good color contrast here. At least that's what I'm hoping to achieve. I don't know if I'll get there, but we'll see. We'll try for it. Alrighty. It's looking pretty good. And that little bit of olive oil kind of does a little bit of a super fat as well. But super fat is kind of more oil to your lye solution, so that's kind of what I did. 2 cans super fat cold processed soap. Okay, now I am going to take both of these colors and pour them directly into my batch at the same time. I don't know what's going to happen, but maybe it'll look cool. Maybe. Maybe I should have waited until it was a little bit thicker. I don't know. Okay, now to go ahead and pour it in my mold. I don't know what this is going to do. Oh, I don't think I'm going to get the swirling colors I was hoping for. Yeah, I'm not. So darn it. Well, at least it did turn out kind of a cool blended color. Maybe this one will get some swirling in. Alright, well, I tried. This will be really cool scented anyway. Alright, well, I'm going to set this in my refrigerator and let it set up and cool. I don't want it to gel. If I can avoid that, I will. Go ahead and just pour the last of it off into there. Okay, I'm satisfied with that. Alright, so we'll be back for an unmolding and we'll see what kind of swirling we get, if any. Alright, have a good one. Alright, it's been a couple days, so I'm going to go ahead and unmold these. I didn't need to wait as long as I did, but I wasn't feeling very well, so I'm finishing up this now. One of the reasons why I love using these molds because I don't have to worry about cutting my soap. So if I have a sick day or something like that, I don't have to worry. I can just leave these set as they are. Now, it's got a very light swirling, so it didn't show up nearly as much as I would have hoped. But it's still a beautiful bar. The mica is not really the best that I'm using. It's not quite soap stable, so there is that factor to it. So a soap stable mica will give you brilliant color and will stay that color after it's reacted with the lye, and unfortunately in this case it didn't quite do that. So I think that might be part of the essential oils causing that as well, because you remember how dark these were when I put them in, but they really lightened up as they're working on saponifying. So it got just a little bit of swirling, not very much, but they're still going to be very beautiful. This kind of gelled a little bit. It's got a dark spot in there, but that's alright. It's just superficial. I'm going to go ahead and take my knife and just barely scrape and clean off the edges there. So I want them to all be about the same size. There we go. So these are just turning out just lovely. Just that very light swirling. Not as dark as I would have hoped, but it's good enough. Alright, if you like these videos, you can always subscribe and come back for more wonderful adventures. Bye now.